Hi. All right. Okay. Bye.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Vigo County School Corporation 2020 commencement exercises for Booker T. Washington High School. At this time, it would be appreciated if everyone would turn their phones and pagers to the silent mode. On behalf of all of our seniors, the members of the Board of School Trustees, Superintendent Hayward, and all members of our school staff, we are excited for this opportunity to honor our students. Our expectations are that each student will be held in high esteem and honored and respected for all they have accomplished during their entire school career. As the seniors are introduced, we ask that those in the audience show positive support, remembering that each student is a son or daughter, brother or sister, or friend of others in the audience. We trust that everyone will enjoy these commencement ceremonies.
Good evening. On behalf of Superintendent Robert Hayworth and Principal Ms. Smith, welcome to Booker T. Washington's high school graduation ceremony. Before we honor our graduates, please direct your attention to the stage for the national anthem and the pledge of allegiance. allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Welcome our Principal, Ms. Smith, to the podium.
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, Shaylin. Good evening and welcome. Thank you, Dr. Hayworth, President Irwin, members of the board, Dr. Goller, Dr. Balatevich, and Dr. Mason for your steadfast guidance, your vision, and your leadership. I want to ask our leaders to please stand as I introduce you. Mr. Joseph Irwin, President of our Board of School Trustees. Dr. Susan Powers, Vice President. Mr. Mel Burks, Board Member. Mr. Paul Lockhart, Board Member. Ms. Rosemarie Scott, Board Member. Dr. Robert Hayworth, Superintendent. Dr. Karen Goller, Deputy Superintendent. Dr. Stacy Mason, Director of Secondary Education. And Dr. Tom Balatevich, Director of Student Services. To our parents and guardians here this evening, thank you for partnering with us to help your students achieve success. To the teachers of Booker T. Washington, thank you. There is not a better team anywhere that works harder or who is more dedicated to our students than you are. My deepest respect goes out to the educators sitting behind me. Thank you. Members of the Booker T. Washington class of 2020 have successfully completed their high school careers amid some obstacles, some triumphs, and even COVID-19. I met these seniors less than a year ago, but knew immediately they had something special. They were close-knit and spoke with pride about their school. They spoke of what they loved about Booker T. Washington and how they cared for one another. They stood up for one another. They had each other's backs in times of need. They supported one another through the changes we brought to Booker T. Washington, and it was inspirational to watch. As your principal, I'm in awe of your resilience and your persistence to achieve your goal of graduating. We ask that you allow us to work with you to help you reach your goals, and you did that. You put your faith in us as we made changes in the way we delivered curriculum. We made changes to the bell system and others. You stuck with us and trusted us when we said you could do it. Your teachers and I are so very proud of you. If you are a parent, you have shown your child your commitment to your education and to your future. I cannot say it better than Christopher Robin when he spoke these words to his best friend, Winnie the Pooh. You're braver than you believe, you're stronger than you seem, and you're smarter than you think. This class will always be remembered by the Booker T. Washington staff. The pride they developed and cherished will remain with them as they go out into our world to make a difference. Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it. And now I have the pleasure to call to the podium Mrs. Lindsay Wilhoit, our fabulous English teacher. Mrs. Wilhoit.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith. It is my pleasure to introduce the commencement speaker of the Booker T. Washington High School class of 2020. Retta Willis, known by Susie to some, is the daughter of April Crow. I met Retta at the beginning of the school year as I was new to the building. She greeted me with a smile, and this continued every day. Retta was always one to help a friend or lend a listening ear. Retta dedicated herself to working hard and was able to graduate early in the school year. She is currently employed and is an avid painter and artist. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Retta Willis.
Woo! Woo! Susie!
Good evening and welcome students, parents, board members, and Booker T. Washington teachers. I would like to thank the Washington teachers for giving me the chance to give the 2020 classes speech. When I found out I would be giving this speech, my first thought was, how am I going to speak in front of all of those people? I was scared yet excited at the same time. I felt as if they might have made a mistake in choosing me because I know I'm not the best student here, but I did put the effort into getting to graduate. Now that the day has arrived, as I stand up here and I look into the crowd of proud parents, I am very honored and I want to give my peers some inspiration or hope for their future. My high school career started with me attending West Vigo High my first trimester and South High School for my second trimester, when I finally arrived at Booker T. Washington. I guess you could say that third time's the charm because I have been attending this school up until I finally made it to graduation. I started my freshman year convinced I would not graduate and would not have fun. Man, was I wrong. With the support from the school staff and all my peers, they gave me the strength to believe in myself. My attendance at school has not always been the best, but when I started to open up and become close with the teachers, I began to feel the need to attend school more often. It felt as if we were a little family and I didn't want to disappoint any of them, so I worked hard my junior year to be able to see the joy on their faces as I walked across the stage. As we start the next chapter of our lives, I want my peers to be able to look at all they have gone through and realize we are unstoppable. As long as we keep going, we will succeed. Look at us. We made it through what seemed like the impossible, yet we did it. I'd like to give you some courage through one of my favorite Adventure Time quotes. It's the sun speaking to the elephant. Hey, elephant, I'm more ancient than you. Someday I will engulf the solar system. What was and what will be is meaningless. Meanwhile, you should wonder, are you just a two-headed pile of meat on a crash course with a cosmic dump, or do you contain the sole memory of a million dead stars? How do you light a candle without a match? Once again, congratulations, class of 2020. Again, thank you, parents, Vigo County School Corporation, Booker T. Washington teachers, and my peers for celebrating the class of 2020.
Woo! We love you, Retta!
Awesome job, Retta. As scholars at Booker T. Washington High School, we know we are named after a celebrated African American who was born into slavery in the 1850s. Booker T. Washington gained his freedom under the Emancipation Proclamation in 1865. He was illiterate, but had a strong desire to be educated. He taught himself to read and went to school for the first time. After years of trials and tribulations and with great perseverance, he eventually became the first leader of the Tuskegee Institute in Alabama, a private and prestigious university. I share this brief history with you to highlight the importance of perseverance and how it determines your destiny. This character trait was viewed as the #1 determination of your success and achievement by former Booker T. Washington principal, Dr. Karen Turchie. Turchie was a principal of Booker T. Washington for 20 years. She loved her students and was dedicated and committed to helping them persevere and overcome obstacles in their educational path. She was there to guide and nurture her students through their personal challenges, whether small or significant. Ultimately, she knew the importance of education for her students and their children. So it's my honor and privilege to be able to present the 4th Annual Perseverance Award in honor of Dr. Turchie. I am proud to announce that this year's recipient is Retta Willis.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Please welcome our school counselor, Mrs. Newport.
Each year, the Alternatives for Living and Learning Nursery Board sells geraniums as a means to raise money to provide scholarships to our pregnant or parenting teens. This year was no exception. I am happy to announce we have 2 scholarship recipients this year. Would Macy Hanner come on up? And our second recipient, Harley Craybaum. Please welcome Mrs. Smith back to the podium.
At this time, teachers of Booker T. Washington High School, please stand and remain standing. Superintendent Hayworth, Board President, Mr. Irwin, and members of Board of School Trustees. We have examined the academic records of the outstanding students before us, and we have found they have completed or will complete all requirements necessary to receive a diploma from Booker T. Washington. Thank you, teachers. You may be seated. At this time, I have the honor and privilege of introducing to you our great superintendent, Dr. Robert Hayworth.
Principal Smith, distinguished faculty, distinguished guests, parents, friends, graduates, on behalf of the Vigo County School Corporation Board of School Trustees, I am proud to congratulate tonight's honored class. Graduates, you have achieved an important goal here tonight. No matter where life takes you, your learning experience will travel with you. At this time, as superintendent of the Vigo County School Corporation, I have the privilege of conferring upon you your graduation. As superintendent, on behalf of the Board of School Trustees, I hereby do that. I hereby confer upon you your degree as indicated, with all the rights, privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations, graduates.
Good evening. I'm Mr. Whitaker, the science teacher at Booker T. Washington. Students, at this time, if you will please stand. And as I call your name, if you'll come across the stage in front of me to be recognized. Shaylin Ryan Scholler. Retta Sue Willis. Vivica Shanice Green. Macy Leanne Hanner. Connor Eugene Love. Harley Dawn Cravon. Angela Sierra McKee. Cody Lynn Marie Wynn. If you would, please join us in honoring the deserving members of the class of 2020. At this time, Mrs. Dillion will be to the podium.
Good evening. I am Mrs. Dillion, a teacher at Booker T. Washington. It is my pleasure to say to you, members of the class of 2020, please move your tassels from the right to the left to signify graduation from Booker T. Washington High School.
As we conclude the evening, I congratulate each and every one of you, and your little ones too, and wish you the very best always. I appreciate the support of everyone joining us this evening. Please travel home safely. Congratulations, class of 2020. All right, seniors, you will be marched out by our staff. Parents, thank you for coming. You may meet your students in the west parking lot. Thank you.